Hey, you, welcome back to the channel. And guys, we wanted to now take a look at the aftermath of the Proof of Keys event. Um, After looking at the markets with the exchanges, many of them were double digit reds. According to coinspeaker.com, these were some listed failures during the Proof of Keys event. Hit BTC freezing accounts, Bitfinex fails, Poloniex fails proof of keys, Purse.io fails, Coinbase halts trading. So a lot of these exchanges were getting a lot of issues during the proof of keys event, which has led many to believe that they failed the proof of keys solvency issues. And so hit BTC, of course, being the most notorious of this. In fact, I believe we received reports about they were freezing prior to the event. And so they were definitely, looked at as, people who we need to watch for solvency. But, to some, looking at the effects of it, my thoughts about it is that I don't even think everybody really participated in proof of keys. I don't think people actually removed their uh as many people as of course everybody didn't do it, um so some exchanges probably fell through the cracks. But here's the thing: there is a notable person in the cryptocurrency space who has looked at the volume, the amount of volume being reported from exchanges. In fact, you can do it yourself. I've done it before, but you can look at the exchange volume and look at the market capitalization, and you can figure out that it's impossible for the volume to be reached that we're getting. And so that's led some to come to the conclusion that it's probably more than likely that all the exchanges are lying about their solvency. And what we need to understand from, whether it's Coinbase or Robinhood, some people who had problems during this event, Poloniex, Bitfinex, you know, this is exchanges are businesses, and businesses have to look attractive. If you're not getting a lot of volume, nobody's going to want to list on your exchange or trade on it. And so, um, let's see here. Any other important things that I was just trying to see what Mr. Trace Mira was saying here about. Oh, this was very interesting. This is what I was looking for. This is from what Mira was saying. He was saying what is needed is an electronic payment system based on cryptographic proof instead of trust, allowing any two willing parties to transact directly with each other without the need for a trusted third party. And again, I had said earlier in some of my videos about centralized exchanges just seem so out of sync with cryptocurrency, because remember, a lot of cryptocurrency is about dealing with untrusted systems, right? I'm sorry, systems that don't require trust, right? Dealing with not having to deal with centralized authorities or anything like that. So basically, the way it works is we're managing our own money, sending it back and forth to each other. We don't really need a trust system. And then, interesting enough, as is talking about this electronic payment system where you need proof instead of trust. It goes on to say the Proof of Keys events was designed to remind the trading community that while the centralized exchanges are emerging, the majority of the volume still takes place on exchanges which have full control of the money traded. Think about that for a second, guys. So decentralized exchanges are emerging. I talk about it all the time in my videos with Bitcoin MYK. I put my coin on decentralized exchanges, and we have not been put on a centralized exchange as of yet. But you see here that it's saying that most of the volume still takes place on exchange. So what that means, guys, is in the cryptocurrency space, we've traded one problem for another, right? In other words, we got an institutional or traditional monetary system, financial systems, and we come to cryptocurrency and we essentially do the exact same thing because we've turned these exchanges into we've given them all their money. They become powerful entities. They list what they want. They do what they want. They freeze wallets when they want. They freeze accounts when they want. And this is where we're at. So that was the idea behind proof of keys to help us understand that. And I wasn't surprised with the aftermath of proof of keys. And I think it did what it was set out to do, and it did it well. Now, I don't think everybody participated. I think everybody just kind of sat back and said, well, I'm going to just leave my money on exchange, let it do as it will. Had everybody have tried to do this, or even a majority of the people, it would have been catastrophic. And maybe a lot of people didn't want that anyway. Maybe people didn't want that. But the reality is we have traded one situation, or we've traded the players now, right? It was before, it was the institutions, the governments, and the banking systems. Now it's decentralized exchanges, which are essentially representing the same thing. And so that's the way I see it, guys. So I'm glad we did this. I'm glad that I hope that people will now realize that the centralized exchanges are probably the best way to go and deal with and transact with. And I think we're going to be better off for it in the future. Otherwise, we're just going to end up in another fractional reserve type based system. And I think that's where we're at presently. Guys, if you like content like this, don't forget to like, subscribe. And until next time, take care.